you will be able to
discuss the types of magnets, differentiate the magnetic and non-magnetic substances, explain the working of a magnetic compass, find the geographical directions using a simple magnet, build your own magnet and magnetic compass, describe the magnetic induction property.
Introduction. Before entering into the chapter, follow the instructions shown on the screen. Click each tab to know more.
Generally, we have seen some pins attached to the top of a cap of a pin holder in our school's office. Similarly, we have seen some metal stickers stuck to the door of an iron almirah or a refrigerator. Do you know how the pins are attached to the cap of the pin holder? Do you know how the metal stickers are stuck to the iron almirah? Let us try to find the answers and understand the reasons in detail. Let us do an activity to find the objects that get stuck to the cap of the pin holder. Click each tab to know more. Take a pin holder. Drop some pins, jump clips, iron nails, a pencil, and an eraser into it. Observe the changes. In this activity, we observe that some of these objects, like pins, jump clips, and nails, stuck to the top of the pin holder, while the other objects like paper, pencil, and eraser fall into the pin holder. Thus, we learn that the cap of the pin holder contains a material known as magnet, which attracts substances like iron pins, iron nails, etc. In the same way, the metal stickers also have a magnet at their back so that they can stick to iron doors. Let us study about the different shapes of magnet. In our daily life, we see different shapes of magnets. Some of the usual shapes of magnets are bar magnet, horseshoe magnet, ring magnet, and disc magnet. Usually, magnets are made of steel or iron. However, special alloys of iron, nickel, copper, cobalt, and aluminium can be used to make into powerful magnets. Neodymium is the strongest magnet currently known. Here, let us do an activity to find the materials attracted to the magnets. Click each tab to know more. Collect some objects of day-to-day use from our surroundings like pen, bottle, jump clips, book, coin, and key. Take a bar magnet. Now, touch each object with the bar magnet and observe the changes. From this activity, we observe that some of these objects like jump clips, coin, and key get attracted to the bar magnet, while the other objects like pen, bottle, and book not attracted to the bar magnet. Thus, we learn that the materials that are attracted by magnets are called magnetic materials like iron, nickel and cobalt. The materials that are not attracted by magnets are called non-magnetic materials like plastic, wood and paper. Magnets have the property of attracting materials like iron. Based on this property of magnets, they are used to separate some mixtures. Drag the images which fall into the appropriate groups and click Submit button to verify the answers. Here, let us do an activity to know how we can separate the iron filings from soil. Click each tab to know more. Collect some sand or soil in a bowl. Take a bar magnet. Roll it in the soil for some time. Pull out the magnet. Observe the bar magnet. We observe that some particles of sand or soil stick to the magnet. Through such an activity, we can find that whether the soil or sand contain iron particles. So, we conclude that the iron filings, if they are present, stick to a magnet rubbed in the soil or sand. Let us do an activity to know the poles of the bar magnet. Click each tab to know more. Take some iron filings. Spread them uniformly on a table. Now take a bar magnet. Place it on the table for some time. Observe the changes. In this activity, we observe that more iron filings get attracted towards the two ends of a bar magnet, and we will also find some scattered iron filings between the two ends of a bar magnet. Finally, we conclude that every bar magnet always has two ends whose attracting capacity is more than its other parts. These ends are called poles of the magnet. Let us do an activity to know the directions with a bar magnet. Click each tab to know more. Place a retort stand on a table. Take a bar magnet. Tie a thread at the middle of the bar magnet. Now, suspend it freely from the retort stand and wait until the bar magnet comes to rest. Observe the directions of the bar magnet. Now, disturb the magnet and again wait until it comes to rest. Once again, observe the directions of the bar magnet. Repeat the same process for 3 times or more times. We observe that a freely suspended bar magnet always comes to rest in a particular or same direction, which is the north-south direction. We learned that the end of the magnet that points towards geographical north is called its north pole of the magnet. The other end that points towards the geographical south is known as south pole of the magnet. This property of magnets is called directional property. It is exhibited only by magnets. We use this property to make the magnetic compass. Let us study about the magnetic compass. A compass is usually a small box with a glass covering it and consists of a small pointed magnet which is suspended freely. A freely suspended magnet always aligns in north-south direction. The red-colored magnetic needle points to north direction. Once we know north direction, we can easily find out the other directions. A compass is used to find directions. It is mostly used in ships and airplanes. Mountaineers and army people also carry a compass with them so that they do not lose their way in an unknown place. Note: don't place compass and magnets together. The compass was used hundreds of years ago by Chinese sailors.
Knowledge check. Attempt the following questions to check your understanding.
Let us do a lab activity to know the attraction and repulsion between magnets. Click each tab to know more. The aim of the lab activity is to know the attraction and repulsion force between the magnets. The materials used in this lab activity are retort stand, 2 bar magnets, thread. Place a retort stand on the table. Take a bar magnet. Tie a thread at the middle of the bar magnet. Now suspend it freely from the retort stand and wait until the bar magnet comes to rest. Now take another bar magnet and hold it in your hand. Bring its north pole near the north pole of the suspended bar magnet and observe the changes. Now bring the north pole near the south pole of the suspended bar magnet and observe the changes. In this activity, we also observe that when the north pole of a bar magnet is brought near the north pole of the suspended bar magnet, both the bar magnets get repelled to each other. Similarly, we also observe that when the north pole of a bar magnet is brought near the south pole of the suspended bar magnet, both bar magnets get attracted to each other. From this activity, we learn that unlike poles of two magnets always attracts each other, and like poles of two magnets always repel each other. Let us do another activity to know the magnetic property of the Earth. Click each tab to know more. Take a bar magnet and label it as A. Take another bar magnet and label it as B. Suspend the bar magnet B over the bar magnet A with the help of a thread. Observe the direction in which the suspended bar magnet B comes to rest. Bar magnet B should be fairly close to the bar magnet A. Now, disturb the suspended bar magnet and wait until it comes to rest. Once again, observe the direction of the suspended bar magnet. We observe that the suspended bar magnet always comes to rest in the direction of the bar magnet placed on the table. Similarly, we also observe that one pole of the bar magnet A attracts the north pole of the freely suspended bar magnet B, while the other pole of the bar magnet A repels the north pole of the freely suspended bar magnet B. Finally, we conclude that the north pole of the suspended bar magnet points towards the south pole of the bar magnet placed on the table, whereas south pole of the suspended bar magnet points towards the north pole of the bar magnet placed on the table. From this activity, we learn that the earth possesses magnetic property which acts upon the suspended bar magnet. Note: the Earth's magnetic field is like a bar magnet at the center. Magnetic objects. An object which is attracted by one pole of the bar magnet and repelled by its other pole is treated as a magnet. Similarly, objects which are attracted by both the poles of a bar magnet and not repelled by any pole are treated as magnetic substances but not as a magnet. If an object is neither attracted nor repelled by a magnet, then we can say that the object is neither a magnet nor a magnetic substance. Let us do an activity to learn the simplest method of making a magnet. Click each tab to know more. Take an iron nail in one hand. Now take a bar magnet in another hand. Place one of its poles near one edge of the iron nail. Move it along the length of the iron nail till the bar magnet reaches the other end without lifting the bar magnet. Now lift the bar magnet. Bring it to the first end of the iron nail. Once again, move the magnet along the iron nail in the same direction as we did before. Repeat this process about 30 to 40 times. Bring the iron nail near to some iron filings. Observe the changes. From this activity, we observe that the iron filings get attracted by the nail because the iron nail gets magnetized by rubbing the bar magnet over it. From this activity, we learned that we can make our own magnet by magnetizing the iron nail or a needle or a blade. Let us do an activity to learn the simplest method of making a magnetic compass. Click each tab to know more. Take some water in a bowl and place it on the table. Put a lightweight transparent dish on the water surface. Make sure that the transparent disc floats in water bowl. Now, take a magnetized needle. Place the needle into the center of the dish and wait until the needle comes to rest. Observe the direction of the needle. Now, disturb the needle and again wait until the needle comes to rest. Once again, observe its direction. We observe that the needle always comes to rest in a particular direction, which is the north-south direction. From this activity, we learn that the needle always points in north-south direction. Thus, it acts as a magnetic compass. Let us do an activity to learn about the magnetic property, that is, magnetic induction. Click each tab to know more. Take a bar magnet in one hand. Bring one pole of a bar magnet near to a safety pin. Observe the changes. Now, take a needle and touch it to the safety pin. Observe the changes. From this activity, we observe that the needle gets attached to the safety pin, which acts as a magnet when it is in contact with a magnet. From this activity, we learn that the safety pin acts as a magnet when it is in contact with another magnet, because magnetic property is induced in safety pin due to the bar magnet. Magnetic property possessed by a magnetic substance due to the presence of a magnet near it is called magnetic induction.
Knowledge check. Attempt the following questions to check your understanding. Keywords. List of keywords are shown on the screen. Summary. Let us recap the highlights of this chapter.
We have seen different types of magnets. Some of the usual shapes of magnets are bar magnet, horse magnet, ring magnet, and disc magnet. Magnets are made of steel or iron. However, special alloys of iron, nickel, copper, cobalt, and aluminium can be used to make powerful magnets. The neodymium is the strongest magnet currently known. The materials that are attracted by magnets are called magnetic materials. The materials that are not attracted by magnet are called non-magnetic materials. Every bar magnet always has two ends whose attracting capacity is more than its other parts. These ends are called poles of the magnet. The magnet that points towards north is called north pole. The outer end of that points towards the south is called south pole of the magnet. This property of magnets is called the directional property. A compass is usually a small box with a glass covering it and consists of a small pointed magnet which is suspended freely. In a magnet, like poles repel each other and unlike poles attract each other. An object which is attracted by one pole of the bar magnet and repelled by its other pole is treated as a magnet. Magnets can be made by magnetizing the iron nail or a needle or a blade. Magnetic property possessed by a magnetic substance due to the presence of a magnet near it is called magnetic induction.
Read the questions and attempt the answers on your own. You can click Answer for your reference.
Drawing skills. This section helps you to sketch images in a step-by-step manner. Follow-up work. List out the magnetic and non-magnetic materials in your classroom. Using a compass, find the direction in which windows and entrance to your house or classroom open.
Test your understanding of the lesson by taking the mock unit test.
You have successfully